Start this video with an item of breaking news. You're going to notice that the audio sounds a little bit different, and that is because I just recorded this from the phone. Based on information that I am getting, it is said that Vybz Kartel is admitted to the BOCA hospital with congestive heart failure. As to the severity of why he was held and how bad his condition is, it is unknown. However, one thing that I do know, one thing is that is confirmed, is that yes, he was admitted and they are probably just checking on him. Now, people, if you remember, while he was incarcerated, his lawyers had filed some documentation to the court, to the judge, saying that his heart is probably at about 30% to 50% or so, which is not good. And then we've seen all the videos of him traveling all over the place, and then he is drinking and he is smoking. And remember, he has Graves' disease. So based on the fact that we've seen him smoking, we've seen him drinking, hopefully he will learn from his mistake and know that he needs to take his health very seriously. As soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. This one is called It Happened Again, It Happened One More Again, in a place known as Cane River, that is in Bull Bay, Kingston East Police Section. Based on the information, it is said that a man, Rowan Edwards, 50-year-old, took away his girlfriend, Kedian Blackstock. She is 25 at the time she met her demise. Based on the information, it is said that residents heard all sorts of screaming at their house. Them said to themselves, it seems as if Kedian get her regular clothings that she always get, because these two are always going back and forth at it, like puss and dog, even worse. It is said that they then called the police. When the police came to the premises, they noticed the presence of 4 children. I think the oldest one is 7. They then saw the body of Mrs. Blackstock laying on the side near some rock in a pool of you-know-what. They then went further back in the yard of the premises and saw Mr. Rowan Edwards pan a tree, look like him take her away, and then decide to take a short rope and take a long jump off of the tree. It seems as if he was not successful. So like I said, they've always been going back and forth at it. Break up to make up, that is all they do. Him clot her up, she moved to a family house, friend house, and then she come back with the kids. And then the cycle continue. Now people, sorry to interrupt the news, but the video that is playing on the screen as I speak is of a Condo apartment complex that is centrally located in Ocherius and Main Street, right across from the cruise ship pier, Ocean View, smack in the middle of everything in a walking distance. If you want to rent this place for a day, a week or so, short-term rental, please to contact phone number, WhatsApp, send a message is 1-876-882-7706. Number again, 1-876-882-7706. Just tell them that True Jamaica Buzz sent you, and do not make any sorts of idle call. If you're not interested, if you're not planning to go to Ocherius, please don't call the people and with all sorts of idle talk. Based on the police report, it is even said that the police was called to the yard based on the next dispute that they had. They relocated her. This is on Thursday. She then came back on Friday, said that she's coming to attend to her children, and people, we understand whenever you are a mother, your maternal instincts is going to kick in. So therefore, we kind of understand that. But what I don't understand is this cycle of ABUSE that is acceptable. And sometimes it is because of finances, meaning that this girl is 25 and that man is 50. That means that him kind of double her age. She want a man that is twice her age based on what Shabba song say. However, it comes with a price. It comes with a price of possessive obsessive, jealous, and even raging hormones. So when you think about a situation like this, we are said to ourselves, well, maybe there's trouble in paradise. Usually whenever there's trouble in paradise, that means that some sorts of cheating are going on. And if you understand the circumstance, if a woman lives with a man and he is constantly putting his hand on her, she's not going to have any sorts of feelings for that man. More than likely, some other man out there might be complimenting her, even if it does not go to the furthest extent. This man within himself, I got said to himself, probably based on occasions where him lick her up and then want lick her up. And she said, no, I'm not in that. You not go clout me and then want sex me off. So he probably feels a little bit of resentment. And worse, when he knows that he is the main breadwinner, when he knows that she is highly dependent on him for financing, he is going to take advantage of the situation. A lot of times you see these young girls, them have 3, 4, 5 picnic. It is psychology that this man is using. Him a go breed her up. The more likely that she's breed up, is the more likely that she's going to be dependent on him. Is the least likely that the next man going to have a chance to jump upon her. So people, I just show you the cycle where people live in a neighborhood, them's a relationship where domestic dispute happens on a daily or regular basis. I even have an instance in which I was living in a place, staying at a place, and it was uptown as uptown can get. And then there was a young girl that was financed by an uptown man. She's obviously from the garrison. So he put her up in one of these very expensive apartment condo complex. However, they will always go back and forth at it. There's always some physical altercation wherein the man, which was much bigger body than her, would clot her up, draw a knife, she would have draw a knife, you would have see them run up and down in the people up in the neighborhood. Him a chase behind her, she a chase behind him, rete, lele, blow, blah, bling, gun drawn, police come, take away him gun, give him back the gun because of his money, financial situation. Eventually, they separated like they always do. It's either by DEATH, do their part, or them just come to the realization after many clottings that, listen, enough is enough. So I say this to say that sometimes people are stuck in a situation, but like I've always said, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. And last but not least, and this is based on my observation, based on what the police report say, yes, it is obvious that he took her away. She had a gashing wound at the side of her neck, amongst other wounds all over her body. But when I look at the picture of the man that was found at the back of the yard, basically a tangle from the tree. The tree is shorter than the man. As a matter of fact, the man have the rope around him neck and then him knee upon the ground. And then where the rope is tied on the limb or branch that the rope is tied on, it just don't make any sense. Because if he's on his knee, that means that obviously him going to stand up, the rope would have a length. So therefore, how is it that him lose him life like that? People may just say, I am not saying that for some sorts of reason the tree did not shrink. The branch never broke off and then drop him on his knee. Yes, it is obvious that some sorts of rope was around his neck, but was it actually caused by him, or is there some sorts of foul play, meaning Tarzan and Jane justice? At the end of the day, the moral of the story is this: you cannot be financed good life wise and then risk your life foolish, because that is always what happens. It always ends up in the worst case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a story that I spoke about yesterday about a young man. Not young man, his name is Adrian Wright. He is 36, or was 36 at the time he met his demise. Based on what the mother told me, based on the police report, based on what residents said, the police claim that he was caught in a crossfire. Crossfire between who? Police and bad man, or police friendly fire. They could not say, they could not specify. The police told her that it was kind of more like accidental instead of cold-blooded. However, it seems as if the police has changed their story. The police is saying that they went for a wanted man, and that wanted man was in the house with a rifle, high-powered rifle. That wanted man escaped with a rifle. However, when they entered the premises, that man, Adrian, came out, pulled a tool upon them, exchanged fire. After the smoke cleared, he was taken out. I want you to listen what the mother has to say, and then I'll give my piece. Take a listen, take a look.
Yes, again, as me try to tell you earlier, them kill me youth without a cause, innocently. Everybody in our community love him. Him a man we finally could chicken back and boil and lick up pot of soup on weekend time and sell. Him not trouble nobody, in go in and come out, as in like, I think he did so with that girl for probably 3 years, somewhere 2.5, 3 years about there. Yes, so everybody in the community get to know him and all like that. Him doing little juggling, him come in. Him drinking little rum, him making little noise. That's the problem me only have with him when him drinking rum. That. Him drinking rum, him burning weed, and we make a little noise, but he not do nothing more. Not trouble nobody. But when I say, how the heck them fi kill a man where not him then go for? You tell me, say the man where you go for escape with what's appearing to be a long gun, and uno no fire off of the man where uno come for, and uno see him escape, and the man will lay down in the house, and him uno go for, go turn up over him and done him, and burying the woman them in the next room, and tell them say they can't come out, them not fi come out, take away all phone, nobody not fi come out, style up the woman them and call them girl and this and that, nobody not fi come out, and take with the boy body car away, go put one or put pan him, go put on a big rifle pan him, and then when you come back and tell him news, bullshit. Only one thing me sorry say, because me did too lightheaded at the moment not to recognize say boy me should have video, me should have record when the policeman a tell me say a crossfire him get caught up in a crossfire. That's what the police tell me, right? When me ask him if is he a person of interest, no. Is he wanted, no. So how the hell you no kill him if him not in a how you no kill him? Why you no kill him? When me hear now, a be a different story me I hear. Where the news I say, oh him them shoot him. Who them come look for run? Him come out with gun point after them. Them shoot him, and when him drop, him still a point the gun at them, so them have to shoot him again. Come on, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. No justice, no justice. No in Jamaica, the justice system corrupt. And your wholeness need to fix the justice system. Hey, come on, man. We can't manage this. We can't take this. 2 picnic in the space of 1 year and 6 months. Bury my daughter last year, March. And now me have to go hunt money now to come bury my son again. And then him picnic and did it for take care of. Oh God, man. We can't manage it. We need justice. Yes, me need justice. You can't shoot first and ask question after you shoot. What kind of thing that? Or you feel shoot first, kill first and ask question after? Me not see nothing go so. Nothing at all can go so. Shoot first and ask question after. Hell no. That, yes. I may come, as I said earlier, before I'm coming to Jamaica. Blood dip and pillar. Or you feel, that means if blood dip and pillar and sheet, that means you're in a bed in dead. In a bed in dead if blood dip and pillar and sheet. And in a bed in dead. Right now, my name, I'm not worried for something for saying, because I'm confused. Yeah, me confused, but me just need to answer. Me need justice right there.
Now, people, being on YouTube for a few doing news, I kind of know what to expect. Those people that are pro-police, to the fact that they are going to be in denial, I gotta say, the police right. The police can't do no wrong. Even though human rights organization externally and in Jamaica lay out facts that the police, some of them are wicked, some of them are corrupt. Police cover up is a big thing. However, people are blinded by this. Them still pull the wool over them eye because everybody wants justice. Then there is the polar opposite side. People that don't like the police are going to say, yeah, the police them wicked. Then there are persons that are objective, don't have a horse in the race, wants Jamaica to be better, wants the police to do better, wants Jamaica to get rid of gunmen. So we are going to look at certain things as in this and say, something ain't quite right. The story is definitely not adding up. This has to be investigated by Indicom, which it is. At the end of the day, is that what we want? One broad brush for paint everybody. Everybody are criminal. Even the ones that get caught up in a crossfire, mistaken identity, they too should be labeled as criminal. People, me just say, but then again, I'm probably wasting my time because people are sometimes in denial. People don't want truth. People want to hear that police are kill people. And that is it. Makes absolutely no sorts of sense, but everybody is left to their own conscience, their own common sense to decipher, pick sense out of nonsense and know where we hear some sorts of BS story. And I am fully aware that in some instances, family members, mothers and fathers pick up for their children, even when they know that their children are gunmen involved in a crime. Sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes community back and shield these people for monetary gain. We understand all of that, but it is upon us as human beings, well thinkers, to decipher when we hear something that sounds as if something ain't quite right. Which side of the fence are you on? For justice, for police, against police, pro-police, anti-police, or just objective? Let me know in the comment section because some of the comments is quite obvious what side you take. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a video that has been making its round on social media, where there are some sorts of conflict, verbal altercation turned physical altercation between a man and a couple of police in a Maypin. I want you to take a look, and then I'll give my piece. So people, there you have it. Don't know the reason why he was pulled over. Notice that he was out of his vehicle. The police was trying to arrest him and he resisted arrest. He put up some resistance. And we saw that the police was not having it. We saw that the police had the big advantage because there was a big strapped-in police there, along with an ex-shard police that seems to be the focus of this video. Now, people like me say, the man have put up some resistance, yes, and that is not good. Whenever you're being arrested, you shouldn't just make the people and put on the handcuff, the bangle upon your hand, and you just go to court, or you go to the station and you get your bail and you deal with it the right and proper way in the court. However, when you decide that you want to put up resistance against the police, especially members of the JCF, it is never going to turn out in your favor. Because what we see sometimes is a lot of persons with a lot of adrenaline hormone, especially when them hear people on the side, I boost them up, I tell the police that them I record it, when you try to show and prove, they are going to try to show and prove even more. And they're always going to have the advantage. So therefore, it is best if you calm down yourself, take your rest, and deal with it the legal way. What I've come to realize is that a lot of police in the JCF, them kind of ultra aggressive, them kind of ultra sensitive. They don't like when people put up resistance. Because you see that police officer, there were other police officers right there. That man wasn't going to run. He was not going to go anywhere. But him decides, him shoot the man, put him on the man's throat, and I guess the man flash off him and him then step back and a wheel and pop off him tool. In my opinion, just my opinion, that was uncalled for. What is your opinion on the situation? Like me say, me no know the before and me no know the after. I am just speaking based on what I see, the eye test, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, and this is based on a saying from back in the days when people used to tell people, say them lucky, them usually say, lucky they are prison or lucky dead. Well, people, in this case, I am going to speak about an incident, not Jamaica, in a Cayman Island, wherein a vehicle flipped, person lost control, crashed in some bushes, in some ditch. However, he came out literally scratch-free, scot-free, like them say. Pictures on the screen as I speak. Now, people, like I said, based on this accident, based on the picture, video evidence, well, no video, actually pictures. So pretty much the occupants, passenger and driver of that vehicle is definitely lucky to be alive, because there should be no way on the Master God earth with all of those damages to that vehicle, a mangled mess, that someone or people actually live. Whichever side of the pillar that they slept on, they need to sleep on it again, and they need to give praises to whomever that they are praying to, because they should be in the afterlife right now, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.